everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we are having some serious technical difficulties, but we are going to push through.
So thank you to my brother for waking up and letting me use his MacBook. Yeah.
Go, Becky's brother.
Shout out to Bill because my computer died, Sarah's internet died, my Kindle wasn't letting me do it. It was
the perfect storm of evil internet problems.
I know.
Anyway, today we're talking about Cousins by Karen M. McManus. And I got this off of NetGalley.
Me too.
So this is another mystery because that's what she writes. And it is basically Mildred cut off all of her children because of something they did. She sent this really kind of obscure postcard to all of them telling them, well, you know what you did. And so they have been cut off. They don't get any of the family money. And they're kind of just left to fend for themselves.
Because they're New England rich. They're like Newport, Onan Island rich.
Oh, I didn't know New England rich was a thing. So, but yeah, they're super rich. And basically, out of the blue, the children of Mildred's children receive a note inviting them to spend their summer on the island with the grandmother where she lives to have like a summer job and kind of basically get to know her. So Millie, Jonah, and Aubrey are all going to go there for the summer to meet this grandmother that they'd never met before in their lives. And several of their parents are hoping to use this as a way to get back into the good graces of their grandmother so that they can get back into the money, basically. So the three cousins all show up and things they aren't adding up right. And they're not really seeing their grandmother as much as they thought they would. So they're trying to figure out what happened, why did she cut them off? And it seems like they're in their parents' past, two unexpected and untimely deaths happen, and so they're trying to see like what led to their deaths, and does this have anything to do with them being cut off? And so, are they going to get back into the richness? And then also there is a little fling going on, but I'm not going to get too much into it because I really don't want to get too much into anything because I don't want to give anything away, because
it's hard to talk about a mystery.
Well, but like the thing is, you figured it out like easily, whereas I didn't. So I don't want to give it away because if it isn't obvious, I'm not gonna call it out.
Right. Like so like this book was perfectly fine for me, but like I figured like there's like a couple twists and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of obvious. And I think it doesn't really feel like a mystery.
See, and I liked it, and I didn't see the twists coming. Like my mind was going in one direction and things were happening in another.
I just kept being like, why aren't they getting there faster? And it was, I was kind of like frustrated. And I didn't really particularly like any of the characters. I think the most likable was Aubrey, and I was just kind of like, nah. It's like a really what?
I like their Uncle Archer, even though he was like a fall down drunk.
It was a really, really slow mystery, and I don't know, like I had a hard time with it. Like I don't know, it was the tone. It was something like I didn't want to keep reading.
See, but I still think that the middle schoolers that love her other books are gonna love this just as much.
Well, and I was thinking about that because I did not care for One of Us Is Lying. I'm like one of the few people in the world. And I read the sequel, and I actually kind of like the sequel better. I really like Two Can Keep a Secret, but Two Can Keep a Secret feels very different than the other books. This feels similar to One of Us Is Lying. So I think that if you liked One of Us Is Lying, you'll probably like this. But I was just kind of like, I
definitely think that the middle schoolers are going to go crazy for this book.
Because I remember Two Can Keep a Secret. The reason I like Two Can Keep a Secret so much was like, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
That was like that, like out of nowhere.
So now I feel kind of like dopey that I didn't see it coming, but I definitely did not see it coming.
And I don't know why. And people are like, you don't need to look for the stuff. I'm like, I don't even look for the stuff. I'm just reading it and I'm like, oh well, this is what's going on.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it's because I
just
watch so many movies. I don't know.
maybe I don't know. Like, and I feel like it's hard to talk about this book because like it was perfectly fine. I think the only thing that really stood out to me was that I knew that this would be a book that I can certainly recommend and it will go over well. Personally, did I mean I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Like I mean it was just a perfectly fine book for me.
Right. And honestly, you don't even have to recommend her books. Like I feel like I put them up front when they come in new and they just go out.
Yeah.
And they come back and I put them up and like they just go out. So I mean, she obviously has a following and people are liking what she's doing. And I think that there's crossover. I think yes, it is like the younger kids do seem to like her mysteries, but I see adults read them too.
Oh. Yeah, I see it a lot with my middle schoolers, but I didn't realize adults.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
So,
And I think they'll enjoy this just as well.
and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure One of Us is Lying is going to be a TV show on Peacock.
Oh, well, good for her.
Yeah. So I think, unless I'm totally remembering it wrong.
All right. Do you have anything else or should we rate it?
You rate it.
Okay. So our rating scale starts at 5 unicorns. It goes down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
So like I'm kind of at a 2.5, but I had like a really hard week, guys. Like literally, I had no power for like 3 days.
She had a hard week.
Yeah, it's been so I'm gonna say 3 because I feel like I'm judging everything in life harshly now. So but I mean like it was fine and I know it's gonna find readers, but I wasn't wowed in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 3 because I think it was fine. It was I mean, it was perfectly okay. It wasn't like something that I needed to walk away from and not finish, like another book I read last time. Um, but it wasn't something that like I just couldn't put down. So
Well,
it was solidly a 3.
and that's the thing is like her last book, like I remember being like this, like I think I stayed up late to finish reading it. Like it hooked me. The mystery was, and this just didn't feel like that. It almost felt like it was written by somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that is where we are
With
on Cousins. That's the name of the book, and we'll see you around.
bye.
Bye.